Pull it together.
Congratulations! You have found Wrestleshoot, hosted by the Wild Thing Rob Wilds and the ladies' man Chris Casanova. Combined, we have 40 years of wrestling experience, and we're here to share those experiences, stories, and knowledge with you over the podcast airwaves. We'll be joined by friends of ours from time to time to share their stories and experiences with you as well. So climb aboard the crazy train we call Wrestleshoot. We know how to do it, and we do it real well.
All right, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Wrestleshoot. How you doing? I'm Rob. I'm the host. Also joined by
Chris
Casanova. He's also the host.
Yay!
I'm the guest host, Sumite.
There you go, Sumite. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Tired, man.
You just wake up.
All I do is train.
Oh, man, you're a beast, man.
Keep up with these young guys.
Yeah. All those young guys who are poorly trained and coming at you at 10,000 miles an hour. We know about those guys.
Well, I'm 300 pounds, so I don't care how fast you come at me. You're going to hit me. You're going to hit me.
That's true.
Well, you can't really miss you.
No.
It's like when you're driving at a wall. Go right, I'm going to hit the wall. Go left, I'm going to hit the wall. We'll see if I can drive through it.
You might as well just go straight because you're going to cause more damage if you go right or left. Just go straight. Just take it.
It's better if they swerve.
Better for who?
I mean, they can meep all they want, but they're going to splat right into that fucking wall.
Well, okay then.
All right.
Yeah, so educate us, man. What's going on the indies right now?
Latest and newest.
There's a lot of shows opening up right now. NorCal has a couple shows. Chris, he opened up his school in Las Vegas.
Oh, real quick, my sister is watching us right now. So let's be professionals, goddammit.
What?
Go ahead, continue, bro. Is
that better?
What?
So I didn't hear the Vegas part. Who opened a school up in Vegas?
Super Beast.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Super Beast. I don't even know who that is.
He's got his school. He's got his shows running. I don't know if they've already did a show or they've got a show coming up. I want to say that Hood Slam is going to be running again.
All right.
I don't really talk to too many of those guys. Lost contact since I moved out of state.
Right. You still working? You gonna go work for those Luxury and all those guys?
Luxury has his own thing in Pacheco Square. They're running.
Okay.
They just had a show recently too. But yeah, I would.
What about you? Let's talk about what you're doing out there on the Indies.
Yeah, what about?
I'm going to Mexico again. I'm strictly just going to Mexico. I was going to do a show here in Arizona, but I want to keep my shows at a minimum. I'm not trying to spread myself out. I want to do shows that count, and that's it. If it's
like
not
in Tampa.
So what's the strategy on that?
What was that about Tampa?
No, what's this? So you want to you don't want to spread yourself out too thin. So you want to make them count. So I guess the strategy on that is like, do I get noticed?
If it's not going to get me somewhere, you know, I've been doing independent professional wrestling for too long.
Yeah,
And,
wrong guy.
Yeah.
If I don't want to just put myself on the shelf and leave myself there, I need to make these shows count.
Yeah, that makes
You know,
sense.
I've
And to
been
answer
blessed
your
with.
question, what about Tampa? That's the shows that are going to count.
That's what I've heard.
Believe it, baby. We got us at the helm. We got Marty Jannetty hanging with us. It's going to be all good. Speaking of Marty Jannetty, this is a good enough time as any to announce that next week, Marty Jannetty will be joining us here on Wrestleshoot.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. We always have
And
fun
next
with Marty,
week,
even if it goes way too long.
Yeah. The thing about Marty, though, he goes from story to story to story to story, and it's like a million miles an hour. But the thing is that the stories are like interesting. It piques your interest the whole entire time. You're like, damn, they just don't get boring. They actually get more exciting as the stories go on.
It's also how he sells it. Like he is so excited with these stories that it makes you excited to hear it.
You talk about the animation,
yeah,
yeah,
he just gets into it.
Well, if you've ever been there for him, yeah, you know the stories are real.
She starts rocking out too when he starts getting into it.
I'll look forward to it.
Oh, damn. Yeah. It's a shame that he had to have those horrible ankle surgeries. So he's, retired now from actually doing shows. That's a bummer. Means I'm never going to get my chance to stretch the rocker out.
Why would you want to do that?
Why?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I? I'll stretch you out.
All right.
Because that's what we do.
Not Marty. Come on, Marty's cool, man. Me, I understand. I'm kind of a dick, but I mean.
Yeah, when you start coming with those forearms from hell, yeah, you're a dick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So you're doing Mexico. You're doing a few shows that count. So how often you going to Mexico? You going once a month or?
I stay going to Mexico steadily 2 to 3 times a month.
Wow.
That must pay pretty well.
I would like to cut down it. Yeah. Much.
Yeah, we're losing you, brother.
Little technical difficulties here.
There you go. Now we can see you moving around.
Much better than before. Like,
okay.
The respect level is a lot more. It's
right.
They know what you're doing. They know what you're putting in, and it's not like, oh, well, let's try to get over on them with a hot dog and a handshake.
Like, 6-pack of Coke.
Yeah, come on, bro. Really?
6-pack of Coke.
Yeah, that was like I think it was Schizo, and I think the promoter was Roy Shire, where Schizo comes back from the show and he's Roy was handing out the payouts, right?
Schizo walks up. Story. Yeah.
Schizo walks up and goes, you got one for me? And he goes, how much did I pay you last time? He goes, well, you didn't pay me last time. He goes, okay. Reach into his pocket, pulls out a $1 bill and says, now remember, when people ask you, Roy Shire gave you your first payout, handed him the dollar. And Schizo looks at it and licks it, sticks it to his forehead and goes, what the hell? I said, man, tell this old bastard to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
What are you kidding me? Take that shit and shove it in his ear. And then Roy gave him his envelope. It was a great rib, man. To be there and look at that look of like, I really just got shit on here in front of everybody.
That's the thing. People are watching.
Yeah. So as I'm just going to tell the people watching, as my two compadres know, I was moving drywall up the stairs yesterday and I inhaled a whole bunch of dust and now I feel like I got a sinus infection. So I'm going to go tend to this real quick and try and get rid of some of it. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good, man.
You have fun with that. Quit snorting drywall. Yeah. It's not Coke.
Tired of him bitching about that. He's been bitching. I talked to him on the phone about it. He's still bitching about it. It's like, all right, you'll be fine.
It's drywall. If you don't like snorting it, don't do it.
There you go.
It's
Yeah.
just like what are you up to, man?
Oh man, just living the dream, man. Working tons of hours, selling lots of houses, making money, and getting ready for wrestling, man. Just trying to get back in the game here in the next couple months. So, been out a few years.
I've been trying to cut weight like you wouldn't believe, man. That's all I've been doing. Getting into shape, building myself, fucking just trying to stay under 3.
Okay. So are you cutting down? You're basically leaning out, right? Trying to drop weight, trying to get
dropping weight and bulking, trying to keep my muscle mass up.
Drop body fat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, and you'd probably be a lot quicker too. I mean, in the ring for sure.
Well, because over there they expect you to jump over the rope and like actually do things. I don't know.
Sure.
You shitting on American wrestling, saying we don't do things?
No, I'm saying like I could get by with just like busting light tubes and shit here. I'm saying fucking they don't put up with that shit over there.
Yeah.
Like you could get away with that for a little bit, but they're still gonna want an arm drag or a fucking hip toss or a dive out.
It's just different over there.
And it's really actually pretty sad that you're correct about that. I mean, even though the hardcore era, thankfully, for the most part, has died, there are still these kids who are coming out of wrestling school after 3 months, calling themselves pros, and all they could do is grab chairs, like do these dives off the top rope and count on the other guy to catch you, or you're going to get fucked up.
Yeah. Well, if your only fucking thing is to count on the guy down there to catch you,
yeah.
Oh, you are the world of hurt. You got maybe a couple of years in this business because someone's gonna be like, you know what? I don't like you.
Yeah.
And just turn their head when you dive.
Since I have my sister watching, I'm going to share this funny one real quick because she was there. Silva, did you ever meet Jim Cooley?
Yes.
All right.
Who hasn't in that area?
I know. He looks disgusted when he said yes. This guy decided, because he's such a self-mark, and he was like halfway on the card. He wasn't even upper card. But he was going to set up this ladder that was easily 20 feet tall in the middle of the ring, and he was going to dive out onto Big Ugly's crew, Rich Roby.
Oh, yes, SPW, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I was there at that show. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ugly said, whoops, he just stepped back. Let Cooley's whole bottom part of his body just boom, smashed off the ground. Broke his ankle, broke his foot. And then, because we've all taken injuries in wrestling. Yeah. But I've never heard anybody besides him scream like a cut baby. The way he was screaming in the lobby, I need to go to the hospital. He's such a piece of shit. And I'm not saying that as my normal, Rob's talking shit about people. He just really was a piece of garbage.
No, like legit.
Yeah. Just not a good person in any way. No redeeming qualities at all. He was a scam artist.
Yes, little bitch. Brooke just said that. Hit it right on the button there.
I missed it.
Yeah. Jim Little Bitch Cooley.
Jim the little bitch. And he was a little bitch. And, I'm okay if you're gay. If you're gay, just be gay, bro. Don't try to hide it.
I got no problems with anybody's sexuality. I mean, as long as you don't try to press it upon me, it's whatever. You know what I mean? That ain't got nothing to do with it. But, like, if you're in a show and you're in a match, like, if you get hurt, get the fuck up. Do whatever the fuck you need to do to finish. How
long did he go with you, Chris, before he was sucking wind and begging to go home? It was like 4 minutes, right?
Oh, yeah. It was at least 4 minutes. I mean, he's like, I gotta go home. I mean, we got another 10 more minutes, dude. I pushed him to work 7 minutes or 8, but yeah, he just
But I told him to hit it for 20 because he was wrestling you. The winner is the one who goes on to wrestle Jimmy Snuka. Yeah. So in like 6 minutes, you had to let him pin you or he was going to die. Yeah. And the only reason, by the way, everybody listening, that Jim Cooley got to wrestle Jimmy Snuka over Casanova was because he paid $800 for it. $800. He called me and said, "You have Snuka? Please let me work on it." And I said, "No, you're not working Snuka. That's going to Casanova." "Oh, come on, man. Look, he's my hero. He's my hero. Let me work Snuka." And I said, no dice. He's like, "Okay, look, I'll pay you." I said, "All right, $800. And of course, he went out and scammed some stupid woman to give him the money for it.
Damn.
So we do have another announcement that we're going to have to make here. I was waiting for Ace to show up, but I guess he's not gonna. Is that right, Nate? Is he not coming? Hello?
He has another meeting that he has to go to.
Well, all right then. I'll make it right now. This will be Wrestleshoot's final appearance on all. Okay, well, he's too late. On the All Sports, All Plays, ASAP network. I want to pass on gratitude to these guys for taking us network. It's been great. We've expanded our base a lot, but we have to go with loyalties, and Ace is starting his own network, and Wrestleshoot and Smells Like Hope is going to roll over there with him. And it's really nothing against all sports, all plays. And I don't want anybody to think that. It's not like they're a bad company. It's just, it boils down to loyalty. You leave the dance with who brung you. So exactly. we're leaving the dance.
Rob. I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, that's good.
So we're going to a new dance. We're going to go over to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network starting next week. And we just lost Suma. There he is.
Back on.
I think.
It's thinking. As soon as a little thinking icon.
It's the Wheel of Doom. There we go. And something else very cool about us switching over to the other network is our boy Sumate here is picking up his own podcast. And it's a hell of a concept. Do you want to tell him?
Yeah. Go.
Yeah. There is a lot of people in this business that are concerned with health, obviously, with what they consume. So I figured, why not start a cooking podcast? Healthy living.
I think that's awesome.
Healthy foods, more earth-based. Be good.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and that's very unique that we're going to actually watch this guy cook. I mean, that's just really cool.
So your show, does it tailor? Okay, you're saying these guys. So is it tailored for guys like on the road to make something quick or like quick meals? Like break it down a little bit for me.
I'll do some of the quick meals, some of the weekly pre-planned meals. You know, some of the things that you could just throw together real quick, things on the go, all of the above. Help people actually read your macronutrients, because a lot of people don't even know that. They read the front of a box and, it says low fat. That doesn't mean it's low fat.
Right.
Low carbs, No, that's a fucking tab. That doesn't mean it's low carbs.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If you don't know your macros, then you're burnt.
You're burnt. You're beat, son. You're beat.
That's it. You're 70% of any type of personal fitness is nutrition. It starts in the kitchen, and that's without a doubt.
Yeah, I agreed. I mean, I come from a fitness background, and I mean, I think it's great. I mean, a lot of people are just unaware, or they don't know what to do. And nutrition, that's gonna be a great show. Very informing.
There's also Suma. There's also a pretty popular, I guess, author for nutrition. He's pretty experienced in that. He's got himself a little fan following. He was trying for some reason, or his agent was trying to get him on Wrestleshoot, and I just laughed. We're a pro wrestling show. Unless we're going to hit this guy with a chair, what use do we have for him? But I'll pass over his information to you, and you guys can talk and see if you want him on your show.
Okay.
Just putting that out there for you. Making it public.
So that's great, man. I'm excited for your show. Do we have a date? Do you have a date nailed down for that for yet?
Nothing for sure, but we're working that out right now.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's kind of for sure, unless you're changing your mind on the days.
No.
Yeah, because they got you for Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. When is Arizona time considered?
Well, that's what I was considering, because this is two hours before California.
Arizona is 2 hours before California?
Yeah.
God, that state makes no sense to me.
Because the no time thing, right? They don't do the daylight savings, right? They just let it roll. So that's why. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, either way, we'll get the time hammered out. We're going to get you pushed. You're going to be $1 million. This is going to be an awesome podcast. And that's one of the things.
I'll just stand around staring at pot, looking pretty.
Okay, so it's going to be a little comedy involved, little.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, okay.
I'll try not to talk too much.
So you're saying not going to be like a Martha Stewart show or anything like that, right? It's going to be
nah.
just ribbing your brother.
Are you still going to have the strippers in the kitchen with you?
No, my lady Kevin.
And that's one of the things that is loyalty is the reason that we're changing networks. But this other network is not going to be just solely based on sports, all plays. It's going to be really opened up, and there's lots of cool concepts coming out now, like Suba's show, and they're going to take on Smells Like Hope every week. And Chris is going to roll himself over, and he's going to do a sports show. We have Wrestleshoot. Between the Ropes will be here. There's just going to be lots of cool things happening. And again, just so everybody's clear, nobody sees this and gets their feelings hurt. It's nothing against this network. This network has been good to us. We don't have any problems or any complaints. Right, Chris?
No, they've been good, man. They gave us a shot, and but like you said, it comes down to loyalty, and we got to go with loyalty overall.
No, just like the wrestling business as a whole, you got to stick to your loyalties.
Oh, I think any business really has that. I mean, I think it's
don't compare it to the business. Don't compare it.
We're talking about Wrestleshoot. On Wrestleshoot, we're not supposed to talk about the business.
No, I mean, right. Well, it's like wrestling and loyalties, and there's no loyalties. Come on.
Sure there is, man. Me and Chris been rolling the road together for 20 years, maybe even more.
There's very few loyalties, but generally, for the most part, it's to shake the hand and kind of like, okay, cross your fingers, wink your like, okay,
Hey, like me and Bobby Hart traveled for over 10 years together. You know what I mean? Not so good now.
Yeah.
What's going on with Bobby? Has he just lost his fucking mind? Is that what's going on?
What's his deal?
Because you read the online shit, man, and he's just getting shredded everywhere. Like he's just pissing everybody off.
I don't read it, honestly.
I didn't ask if you read it. I said, what the hell's his deal?
I have no idea. I know he went through some personal stuff. I know about some other personal stuff I'm not going to talk about.
No, hold on. Wait, hold on. We don't have that little saying, don't pull any punches.
Don't pull any punches.
We're a Wrestleshoot, brother. I mean, you got to share at least one story.
Yeah, we shoot round here, son. We shoot round here.
I'm not saying give us everything, but give us a crumb. Give us a little nibble.
Well, if we're shooting, I'm just going to say that his ex-wife or his wannabe wife or whatever was very unfaithful.
Okay.
And I got that on video.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Why would you have that on video?
Some
Unfaithful with you?
But see, I say a crumb, right? And this dude wants the whole meal. Whole meal.
Well, I'm talking about one story. You just finished a story. I'm not saying tell us
I
every
want to
single
know
one.
why you had the video.
Because
Yeah.
she's a dirtbag. She's
Me
a dirtbag,
too.
and I'm a dirtbag.
So what, she just sent it out to you?
Oh,
Were you
Oh.
starring in the video as well? All right. Well, then why do you think Bobby's pissed?
He's not mad at me because I confronted him already. Invited that over. Come on.
Confronted him already. Look, I mean, I always thought
Look.
Bobby was a cool guy, but he's a bit of a puss.
He's more than a bit of a puss.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to go that far.
Legitimately, Rick Luxury stood up for him and confronted this shit. You know what I mean? And I give Rick fucking kudos for that because he didn't have to. You know what I mean?
Stood up for Bobby against who? You?
He came up and asked me about it. Yeah.
So we had a conversation with you. He didn't really like, hey, I'm standing up for my friend.
No, I mean, like, everyone knows about me. You know what I mean? Really, what are you going to do?
you're just not all there, right? They kind of
Yeah.
know, right?
What are you going to do?
That should be the new catchphrase on Wrestleshoot. We all here because we're not all there.
But I mean, he asked with respect. He was respectful about it. You know, he asked about the situation and shit, and I let him know what was up. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was up? Tell us. What'd you say to him? Pretend Chris is Rick Luxury.
Hey, bro, what's going on, man? I mean, what happened with situation with Bobby Hart and the girl?
Savannah had a huge pain pill problem. She had a huge problem.
A huge cocaine problem?
No, pain pill.
Oh.
And like I would let Bobby know, like, dude, your old lady's coming over here wanting pain pills and shit, looking for shit while she has her child.
Damn.
Wow. Well, that's all bad. You need to get a hold on that.
Sure.
Never did nothing about it.
Wow.
All right, then what was next?
Then she started coming over without the kid.
Suddenly the clothes started falling off.
You know what I mean?
One thing led to another, tripped and fell and dicked in her.
Yeah. Tripped, my dick fell in your wife. Sorry.
I'm just gonna say it wasn't all that. It was
could happen to anybody.
It was definitely a one-time thing, and I'll pass.
Okay.
By the way, everybody watching, I want to just go back on record as saying I'm not some disgusting idiot who just snots all over the place during the podcast. But I feel like my eyeballs are gonna fall out. Like, I wish somebody would have said, "Hey, bro, put on a mask. Don't be carrying that shit without a mask on."
You were just carrying it. You weren't cutting it.
No, I wasn't cutting it. But then he had a piece outside. He said, "Look," the sun was real bright. He gave it a smack, and all this dust just said inside. You can't really see it. Out here, you can. And
so, was it like a flashback or something? Like you seen all that dust, and you were.
I made that joke earlier with Chris. Oh, it's funny too because I went to get some daytime sinus medicine to try to clear the pain up, and it started making me real jittery. What the fuck? So my contractor is also in recovery, also from cocaine. So he pulls me aside because I'm sniffling and I'm shaking. This is before we just figured out the drywall thing. He goes, "Dude, you do you need to talk about something? And I was like, no, we talked about it. He's like, are you sure?
I'm here for you.
Are you sure you're not zooted?
like this? Like,
Yeah. Are you sure you're not zooted right now? And I was like, almost offended. I was like, well, goddamn, this guy actually cares. So that's pretty cool. But I'll never take those damn pills again because I mean, I was getting the trembling of the hands. Ooh, it was pretty rough.
Fuck that.
And I've had pain in my sinuses from doing too much blow. It's nothing like inhaling drywall. It's horrible.
wow.
Ugh.
I can't say that I even know what the fuck that's like.
What, drywall or coke?
Either.
I don't believe you. Moving on.
I don't believe you. Which one?
That was Anchorman, right? I don't
Yeah.
believe you. So let's see. We announced we got Janetti. We talked about the moving on to the next network. Is Brandon here, man? I haven't heard from him.
He's supposed to come on. I heard, and I heard Sarge was going to come on too, and he had
Sarge is here running his mouth like usual, little fucking bastard.
He had some question. He told me he had a question for us, a pretty serious question.
Oh, what's your question, Sarge?
There he is. Speaking of the devil, I said, Brandon.
Arizona does have daylight savings. He said,
That was
but then
a
he wrote
while
underneath
ago,
it.
but that was just proof that he did leave a comment.
But then he corrected himself and said, "Doesn't I mean?"
Yes.
So, there it is.
I'm just waiting for his question.
Hey, what's your question there, Sarge? You still here? All right, fucking then.
I think you guys should have a match.
Me and Sarge?
Yeah. I was talking trash to you.
Man, that's just the one thing out of all the things he doesn't want that tops the list. I will spine buster his ass like I did JoJo Bravo in Austin. High and hard. Boom.
So what else is going on, man? So you do Mexico. What else you got going down?
Looking to go to Texas. I don't have anything nailed down yet, but I've been talking to a couple of federations.
That was the SARS, not you.
Yeah.
Rob versus who's the ugliest? You really think that you're better looking than me, Jack? Look, just because I haven't shaved in a couple of days doesn't give you anything over on me. I'm just saying. I'm a sexy boy. Sexy boy.
And then there was that.
That just happened.
That just happened.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I'm looking to go to Texas and wrestle there for a little bit. See how that goes.
What part of Texas?
Stay away from Mr. Mexico in Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, trust us.
Are you coming to Austin or San Antonio?
Austin.
Okay. Well, you'd be in my neck of the woods, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go to Plano next month.
Okay. Nice. If you roll by Austin, let me know, man. Which show is it? Which
I would have to look.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, what's that heat you said you have with Vega?
Oh God.
Hey, we did trade the kid, so we'd like to hear about his idiocy.
The dude's a stalker. When I was with Monique, he would stalk us.
Wait, stalk like you and
yeah,
like your girl?
Well, he wasn't stalking you; he was stalking the girl.
Well, he was there with her, so but
yeah,
still stalking, yeah. He falls in that.
Both of us, like he knew where we both were at, and when she was alone, so he could like go look at her and shit, and that's creepy.
Like
wow.
So when he saw, so describe. So like when he's like looking at her, he's like creeping in some bushes in his car, like or looking through the window, like Give me an example, because there's all kinds of.
Same fucking place, same restaurant, or what the fuck ever. One time it was at a bar. There was 1,000,001 fucking texts with pictures, and it just caused a lot of problems between me and my ex.
Wow.
How was it resolved? Or was it?
She's my ex, and that dude, I think, has charges brought up by the FBI.
Vega?
Yeah.
For what?
From the shit he was sending over the emails and text messages to her boss. Like, he was doing some extra shit.
So how long ago was this?
It's over a year.
Does anybody book him anymore?
Fuck no.
I don't think so.
He's like the running joke at the CACs.
Wow.
At CAC, you talking about Cauliflower Alley?
Yeah. Every time the Cauliflower Alley comes around, fucking, because he did that stupid fucking flyer where he was getting trained by the Great Muda or some shit.
Oh, yeah, he tried to tell us that he went over to Japan and worked Muda. And I was like, man, why is everything out of your mouth a fucking lie? Everything.
Yeah. Well, he put out a flyer for a seminar. So now every time that shit runs around, fucking everyone fucking just clowns the fuck out of him.
Wow.
Well, I guess like he reached his level of fame, however he got it. People know him, so fucking dummy.
Yeah. I don't want to be known for that.
I don't want to be known as the guy who trained him, but we are.
Unfortunately, yeah. He did have some talent at the time, but so why was he stalking her? Was she with him before, or is that the reason?
Yeah.
Or? Oh, okay, gotcha.
She used to go out with him. See,
Okay.
she was with Gangrel, and then I guess after that they got together or some shit. I don't know.
Gangrel or Billy Blade?
Yeah. Fucking which one?
Yeah, which one was it? I'm Gangrel's little brother. Oh, fuck, you're not. Your last name isn't Heath. Shut up.
Yeah.
So many dudes always trying to get over on somebody. Shit, I'll be right back again. God damn it.
All right, so that was the reason why she was stalking you. She was stalking her because they used to be together, and in essence, they were stalking you.
Some weirdo shit, you know.
Did you guys have a confrontation? Did you guys ever get in a confrontation?
No, and everyone knows that I'm always up for a good confrontation.
Yeah,
I told him, fuck, I'll give you my address, bro. If you ever want to do something, fuck, you want to shoot me, fuck, come shoot me.
Yeah,
here's my address.
Yeah. It's like, put it out there, absolutely. But yeah, he's just a weird kid, man. Like, I mean, he was a kid back then, and you know, he had some talent, he did, but that was one of his biggest problems was he lied. He lied all the time, and he would do weird shit like that. And I think it just got worse, you know, after we left, and over the years, he just got fucking obviously more weirder, stalking your ex-girlfriend and all that, and FBI charges, and just. But that was his biggest problem back then, was always lying. And I'm just telling about Mark back at Vega the day, lying all the time, and just. And you can tell somebody's working you, right? When they're telling you a story, you're just like, this is complete bullshit.
Well, that's like we had that show at the Fat Cat.
Yeah.
And before that, he was telling me a bunch of fucking shit. And I'm just like, bro, I know you're fucking lying to me.
Yeah.
Just stop. You haven't done all these hardcore matches. It's cool. Just walk through it. He's like, no, we could do this. All right. And then to the side, the twins and everybody are just looking at me. They're just watching me because they know they've seen me go through the business and shit. So they're seeing me. They're like, hey, are you going to put them through a table? I'm like, fuck yes, I am. So you can see them like in this match. Yeah. You can watch them come from out of from behind the back, and you could hear one of the twins yell out, "Fuck him up!" And that's why I pick him up to the top rope, and I suplex him off the top rope through the table to the outside, and we go into the guardrail because
Gosh.
they set the guardrail too fucking close to the ring. Because if you remember the Fat Cat, the guardrail and the ring only had maybe 3 feet.
Yeah.
The walking distance to the back.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, whose fucking idea was it to put a guardrail there? It was dumb as shit.
It was the bar's idea since the Pogo incident.
Dumb as shit.
They thought that would keep wrestlers from or fans from approaching us to the ring. That there's that little guardrail, so they'll stop.
No, that just gives us another weapon to use.
Because I don't have a whole lot of kind things to say about Joe Applebomber, even though him and I really do have a lot of history together. But that Fat Cats incident, man, Joe was totally in the right.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he didn't do more damage to that mark.
Yeah,
honestly, like, I know the guys who did that, and they were totally okay with it. They were happy to get beat up by Joe.
Yeah, dude, he got hit so hard that his eye got split open and shit. I was like, Jesus, Joe, take it easy. We're not killing these marks. We're just, tuning him up a little bit. He's like, fuck him. He gets what he gets. Like, yeah, okay. I can't argue with that. You're right.
Well, Joe gets his paws on you, man. You're pretty much almost done, man.
Me and Joe have gone back and forth. Joe will fucking, if he thinks you deserve a receipt or anything like that, he'll let you know it.
Well, I pounded my respect into Applebomber really early when we started knowing each other. He was trying to take all these liberties on me, and he said, okay, hit a missile drop kick. I came off that top rope, dude, and I drilled him hard. He flew off his feet into the other goddamn turnbuckle, and I ran over there, started putting it in on him. I said, you're not taking liberties on me, bro. He's like, all right, let's just work. I mean, he was always stiff as a bull, but when he's trying to hurt you and when he's just working.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like that day that I just said, that was just supposed to be a gimmick. Supposed to be a little, he liked to do his handicap matches. He wrestles a tag team, pins them both. And that's his warm up to get him all the heel heat. That's what we did. Yeah. He beat the dog shit out of Joe Polani, man. He was just in there killing him. And I was standing outside the ropes. I kept looking out for Polani to come try to make the tag. And he didn't. He just got pounded on for like 6 minutes. So it was over.
That's a long time. 6 minutes, man. Yeah.
That was a motherfucking time.
That was a brilliant Jim Cooley booking too, because he made me Polani's tag team partner, and I was the hardcore champ. Like, why would you send a champ out there to take a squash? So I wasn't going to do it. As soon as Polani got pinned, I went, okay, I'm out of here. The ref's like, no, it's a elimination. What elimination? No. What are you talking about?
All right, then I eliminate myself.
I figured that was as good a time as any to force some respect from Big Boy. From the Bad Apple from Hell's Kitchen.
Bad Apple.
I believe mine was a vertical suplex where I held him.
You got that Big Boy up? He got up for you?
And
wow.
Where the fuck was it? Where they were doing Brawl. We were at a Brawl show.
Wow.
Fairly regulated North American Wrestling League. Yeah. That's a long ass name.
Vertical, like.
Yes.
No shit.
Did he get his legs together at least? I mean, or was he like all spread?
I had no fucking idea. I was so exhausted.
I don't care what you got him up, dude. That's like, that's impressive.
We went down. He almost went into the ropes. I made sure he was okay. So I'm good, bro. I'm good.
In a Rumble, man, it took me and Justin the Outlaw to get that guy over for a soup. And that was just a snap, but he was so fucking dead on his feet and beat by the time we were going to do that little spot. It was hard.
Even though Brawl was what it was, like we had a lot of good matches there. I liked working there.
What?
I really shouldn't talk shit about the whole Brawl concept. It just, at the end of it all, with the twins trying to disrespect us and Luxury running his mouth and that, whatever, the Japanese kid who did the drag, just the way these kids all played themselves and thinking that, like, they didn't have to do anything to do the shows, except the twins went to their daddy and said, we need money. And I had a hard time wrapping my brain around that because we were pounding the fucking pavement to do our shows. We got some sponsors and whatnot, but we didn't have to go to our families and be like, hey, give me some money. Oh, yeah. Here, one more good Joe Apple story that my sister just brought up is he got really mouthy. This is when Cooley was booking for SPW. And this kid, I think he was a backyarder, I don't know, but he was booked on the show. Cooley said, I want everybody to be here at 4 o'clock, dead on the button, so we could do the bookers meeting and move on with it. Kid wasn't there. He comes rolling in at about 4:45, carrying his gear behind him, and he's got a fucking bag from Tower Records. And Cooley goes, dude, what the fuck? You're off the show. You're out of here. You don't have a match anymore. And the kid's like, oh, you had to get my entrance music. You should have done that on your time, not on mine. And this is the only time I was with Cooley. Like, yeah, you're right. Send him home. But then he decided, okay, I'll give you a chance. I'll let you work the Rumble. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. He went off all really happy, and Cooley pulled Apple Bomber aside and said, no, there's an extra $100 in it for you to beat the fuck out of him.
Oh, man.
Now, I had just come from the show like a week, 2 weeks before that, where Apple Bomber power bombed that kid through the ring on purpose. Just beat this kid out of the business because he was a prick. Joe should have definitely tuned him up. He should have done what he did. So it comes down to Apple and somebody else and me and this kid. And this kid comes running in and just tries to start throwing like big man heat on Apple Bomber. He's not selling a thing. He just kind of glanced at this kid and he looked at me and said, all right, it's time. I was like, fuck, all right, dude. So I stepped back. I climbed out of the ring, stood by the fuck, and he just started pounding on this kid. He didn't just throw him into the buckle. He actually launched that kid into the buckle. He didn't hit it and come off and bump. He hit it and fell to his knees. So I'm grabbing this kid finally after he took a beat for so long, and I grabbed him by his fucking ears almost. I said, look, dude, you need to go over the top. He's going to fucking kill you. I mean, obviously you haven't done your homework or know who Joe Applebomber is, but you need to get the fuck out of here. And that's when Joe spun him around, gorilla pressed him, walked to the edge, and bombed that kid 5 rows deep onto the crowd. Like the 5th row was full, and he landed on it. He was fucked up, man. Joe beat the dog shit out of that kid. And the whole time,
seats though, they don't move.
No, at all. No. So this, I mean, and he was a little dude, but he was Apple Bomber Force, and they had to take the impact of this kid. And he had to get carried out. He was done. So
yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah, having Apple as an enforcer could be a good thing, but you got to worry about your liability. Like if I had Warpath enforcing for me for something, he'll go out there, tune the guy up, but make sure he can walk away. Apple, you're not walking away. He's going to go out there and really hurt you. I mean, what is it, like 3 guys he ended? Just that was it? They were done?
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, he did get fucked up.
Yes, he did.
That kid, bam, yeah. They had to carry, and the Colonial, they had to carry him up those stairs to where his gears were. And Cooley's like, that's what you get for being late. I was like, man, it's time for you to stop talking. You're going to get sued. Yeah. Now you just told this kid I paid him to do that. No, you need to stop talking.
You just made yourself liability. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Or just forget the liability. Cooley just needed to shut the fuck up most of the time.
That was another place I liked working. I loved working at the fucking Colonial. That was fun.
Yeah, you know,
good venue.
the only reason I really threw heat down towards that whole feud that UWA has SPW, I mean, I started it. But the only reason I started it was because we put that company up. You know, Rich Roby comes to us and he goes, hey, I would really like you guys to help me get the word out and get some people in. And, me and Cooley, we sold that place out 3 times. Then all of a sudden, Big Ugly and his crew from, who they train with, Chris?
What was that? NAW, Brian Ward?
Brian Ward, yeah.
Yeah.
These guys show up and suddenly me and Cooley are kicked to the side for these jerk-offs. So, yeah, I was pretty heated over that. We built this company for them, and then we got screwed in the end for it. But then, me and Gabe had our little sit down in Vegas and worked it out. But that was a pretty long rivalry we had.
The meeting of the Dons.
Yeah.
Sit down.
It was
out of most everyone, Gabe's always been a stand-up guy. I'll say.
Overall, I mean, yeah, comparing the Coolies and the Schizos, and
right.
Yeah, he's definitely the lesser of the evils and definitely more of a stand-up. I agree with that. I personally never had heat. I've never personally have had heat with Gabe.
Problem was, though, like, Gabe was actually talking real shit, not like, oh, UWA sucks, like, I'll break Wild's jaw. And then I call him out.
He'll talk real shit.
Then I call him out to it. He backs down really fucking fast. So we're all in Vegas doing this show together. And do you ever work at that flawless kid, that fat fuck Stevie?
Yes.
Yeah. He walks up to me on the strip and goes, so the Big Ugly, he said the Big Ugly instead of Gabe. So the Big Ugly wants to have the sit down with you at the Mirage in like 15 minutes. And you go tell the fucking Big Ugly to tell me himself, get out of here. Then we talked about it. And I was like, you know what? Let's go see what he wants. And it was just me and Chris and Greg, this little tiny black kid manager. He was a great manager. So we went up there and found him, and he's got him and just all of his little crew all standing behind him like he's the Godfather. I sat down and said, look, man, let's just cut to the end here. I'm tired of your mouth. You keep talking shit, I'm going to break your fucking face open. He's like, that's not what I want, Wilds. That's not what I want. I want us to make up. I said, well, what's with the whole crew, the Billy Blades and all those jerk-offs? What's with that? If you wanted to talk to me like a man, you should have approached me like a man. But we ended up squashing it that day. And things were cool after that. I really wanted to work with Ugly. I really wanted to do a match, but like Samurai and all those guys were like, no. I was like, are you kidding me? This is money, man. You put me and Ugly together in a ring, people are going to show up just to see how quick till it turns into a shoot. Just to see what that head case Wilds or what Ugly's going to do. He was totally on board. But his people, he had to listen to them for some reason. Too bad.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate. I even told him I'll come to your show and I'll job out to you the first match. How'd that be? But then, no. You guys are stupid, man. You book fucking me and Ugly at an SPW show and it will sell out, I promise.
I never understood Samurai's way of thinking.
It wasn't just him. It was Dante. It was that kid with the glasses. It was all of Ugly's little partners in SPW.
Yeah.
No. We can't do that. Yeah. There's a lot of hands in that cookie jar.
Yeah, for sure.
Didn't you tell me a couple weeks ago that Ugly is sick? Mm-hmm. What's going on with that?
I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is, but he hasn't been training. Last time I seen him, he was slightly overweight. Like his vision's bad. I don't know.
Wow.
Well, that sucks.
That's terrible.
Yeah. You remember Ugly was telling me one time over at our school. He says, I don't care what they say. I'm here, they're not. Let's work tonight. I said, no. This is a wrestling school where we can hold 50 people. Why are we going to blow our load in front of 50 people who only paid $5 to get in, man? Let's do it at a show. Let's make some real money. We'll do it at SPW. We'll slap up the cage. You could go over. You could be the big man. Then you come over to my place, and I'll go over on you just because Chris did a run-in. Then we can have Vinny come out. We can have tag team matches. We can really make money.
Yeah.
Well, Vinny wouldn't work with me. He was a coward. I told him I was gonna straight up stab him. And he's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, Vinny don't like me. Vinny don't like me at all.
Vinny's a bitch.
Vinny's a bitch. I mean,
He's a
dude,
bitch. I train with him, so
Jimmy fucking Rip punked Vinny Massaro out. If you
Shut
can
the
believe that.
fuck up.
I was there.
Serious. Yeah.
I was there.
Tell the
Wow.
quick story, brother. Tell the quick story.
Yeah, so I know we got a few minutes left. So basically, quick story. Vinny, you know how he is. He tries to be a smart ass, and then he tries to laugh, ha, 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 like that. And Jimmy was kind of a pissed off mood, and we all trained together, so we came up in the same class. And so Jimmy was just pissed. He goes, "Fuck you, Vinny," like that. I'm tired of running your fucking mouth. And so Vinny's like, "Oh, I'm just fucking around," and Jimmy's like, "No, fuck that. Let's go outside, dude. Like right
Went
now."
all the way to the door, opened it up. Come on.
And fucking Modest was there, fucking Robert Thompson, Tony Jones, everybody was there, dude. And things like, "Oh no, I'm just fucking around, dude." And she was like, "No, I'm not fucking around, dude." He fucking pushes the door. Let's go outside. Vinny didn't want to jump. Fucking Vinny just stood there. "No, it's cool, Jimmy." And Jimmy's like, "Yeah, you're a fucking bitch, Vinny."
I mean, not even a little piece of me is afraid of Jimmy Rip, but I have noticed he's got a big fucking set of knuckles on his right hand. So I would imagine somebody his own size, if he threw it in there, he could do some damage.
Yeah, but come on, dude. Vinny backing off. Yeah.
Because Vinny's a bitch. How the hell did he get such a hot wife? It's beyond me. This little short meatball son of a bitch gets this smoking wife. I don't know how she looks now, but back then, I'd fuck her.
Maybe sign with him anymore. Never know.
Yeah, maybe she got smart and said, "Dude, you're not a godfather. I don't care what you and Ugly's gimmick is. You're not a godfather."
His last gimmick was the pizza guy and Panda.
The pizza guy makes sense.
Yeah.
Vinny?
Yeah, Vinny, yeah.
I can see him delivering from Papa John's. I can see him doing that.
Yeah.
Hey, but what's a Parmesan red pepper? Here you go.
Did he rip off Vic Grimes with the pizza cutter?
No.
Oh, he didn't? Really? I mean, with Vic Grimes, the pizza cutter didn't make any goddamn sense to me. I didn't get it, but whatever. But with Vinny, yeah, pull out rip Vic off. What's he gonna do?
I got no idea.
Wow.
Vic ain't gonna do shit.
A pizza guy. That's fucking funny, man.
I'm not putting Vic Grimes down so much. He got famous because he could take these brutal hits and keep going, but Vic's not a tough guy.
I like Vic.
What's that?
I like Vic. Vic was cool.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
Genuinely. Like fucking you see all that shit that he goes through and like he's really soft spoken and you kind of caught off guard by it.
Right. Well, even to this day, I can't believe he survived that scaffolding.
That fall.
Yeah, that was.
Well, fuck. We were sitting in back, and he was talking about having a stomach ache. I was like, bro, how long you had a stomach ache? About a week.
A week. Wow.
Oh, you sure that's stomach ache? He had a fucking his appendix ruptured.
Wow.
That's some serious shit, man.
For a week?
For a week.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
So people could talk whatever they want about him. But that motherfucker was sitting with toxin just pouring into him.
Yeah.
And he thought it was a tummy ache.
Here's a pretty obvious question.
I'm not a doctor, but that's not a tummy ache.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not like a doctor. Is Rosano still running around out there?
I haven't heard nothing about him at all. Not lately.
I figured there's no way with his pill problem and all the serious, like real legit injuries he's taken. There's no way but I thought maybe he was training or doing something.
The last thing I heard about him was severe memory loss.
You think?
Yeah.
The guy lived on painkillers. Always walking up to you, kind of looking off in the distance. He's like, "Hey, how you doing, Steve Rosano? Hey, how you doing, Steve Rosano?" I'm like, yeah. Steve, asshole. Look at me. What are you doing? Oh, it's the first time we've ever met. Stop taking so many pills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell of a worker, though. Does Styles still do anything out there, Jason?
Another one I've heard nothing about.
Off to obscurity.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the fate of all of us, I suppose. Well, we're actually out. Go ahead.
I wish one that I wouldn't hear fucking anything about is that I don't know if you know Primetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PCW. We put them out of business for a couple years.
Why?
Because they picked a fight with us.
Dude,
the same reason I put Jim Cooley at HWA out of business. I started that company. I brought him on board. I couldn't work with him. I said, you can have it. And I put him out of business. Don't pick fights with me because I'm not that guy. But yeah,
that dude right there, I would fucking genuinely just punch in the mouth.
Primetime?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach's kind of
legit punch him in the mouth.
He came up being Schizo's bitch. And then when Schizo went to prison, he didn't know what to do.
Well, we did the SPW show. We did one of Gabe's shows. And then I was seeing one of his trainees or some shit. And he went up to shake my hand. And he fucking coughed in the motherfucker, right? And then went to go shake my hand anyways. I just looked at him like, you disrespectful son of a bitch. I'm going to walk away from you right now.
Yeah, he's
even Sin and another one of his people who wrestle with him, I think it was Shoot, looked at him and was like, no, don't. And he still wanted to go shake my hand.
Huh. Hey, I heard recently, and it's probably maybe just a rumor, did Mustafa die?
What's that?
Did Mustafa Saeed, did he die?
I ain't heard nothing about that.
Okay. It's probably just online rumor then.
Yeah. I mean,
well, anyway, Chris, we're at the hour mark, but we did get to go ahead and go 90 minutes if we want to. That's up to you. We can take it home now and leave him wanting more and see him next week.
I'm game for go a few more minutes.
All right. Okay. Here's the all-important question. Are the boys still doing the worker shake?
The worker shake.
Yeah.
Of course.
Something that's never going to die. The limp-wristed worker shake.
I think if people switch it up, then they would be offended.
Who would be offended?
Everyone would get offended.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe. I remember the first time I experienced a worker shake was meeting Savage at an autograph signing when I was like 17, 16. And I couldn't get up to him to get a picture. So they're like, okay, well, the Macho Man's done, but he's going to come shake everybody's hand. And I reached out and gave him a shake. And it's like the bones in his hand moved in mine. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And he walked and gave me the little worker shake.
The first one for me was with Tonga Kid.
Tonga.
Yeah.
I'd love to get Sammy on the show. I haven't talked to him in forever. I just don't know how to reach him. You want to reach him?
Yeah, he's easily reachable.
You want? Well, hit him up for me, man. I want to have him on the show. Have seen that cat forever.
Yeah.
Is he still Tonga Kid? Because he tried doing that Samoan Rage thing for a little bit.
Well, he's in with the rest of the family traveling around, but he's still.
All right, Brooke. We'll talk to you later on.
Later.
He's still doing the TK.
Good. I hate when he tried to do that Samoan Rage. I hated it. I told him that's so stupid, dude. You're the Tonga Kid. But I'm not a kid anymore. That doesn't matter. You're a Tonga Kid. Go with
That's who you are.
That's what you won the World Tag Team Championships with Jimmy Snuka. You were the Tonga Kid. You were in Body Slam. You were the Tonga Kid.
Man, I want to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Body Slam. I haven't seen it in years, man. It's the cheesiest fucking movie ever. But you know what? I still like it.
You ain't lying.
I don't think it's cheesy, to be honest. I love that movie.
Well, you look at the '80s, you're like, okay, it's
It's an '80s movie, and it was them
Getting all
trying.
nostalgic.
It was them trying to kayfabe to the maximum level of kayfabe.
Yeah.
It's so like I think that's one of the most depressing things dealing with wrestling now. The art of kayfabe is gone.
Yeah,
It is gone.
It's been gone a long time.
Gone.
but see, I firmly believe that if everybody practiced it, kayfabe could be something again. Maybe not what it was.
It'll never go back to what it was, but it could be an altered state of what it once was.
Yeah.
I think the Marks ruined that. They did. They really ruined kayfabe, and I think the business itself, it just kind of went with it because you get all these smart marks,
The smarks.
Yeah, the smarks, and I think they really ruined the kayfabe business. I really do.
When you have workers as dedicated as they once were to the ones of today, I mean, it's night and day.
Oh, for sure.
You can be a smart mark all you want, but I mean, you got people breaking kayfabe all you want, all they want. There are so many people that don't know my first name. So many people that don't know my first name. No, I won't.
Yeah.
I refuse.
That's good. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Stick to it. I think a lot of the guys didn't stick to it. I think those smarks, we're gonna call them, a lot of the workers were catering to them, and so that was the beginning of the demise of kayfabe. It just started.
That was the downfall.
Hanging out with fans after they're going to dinner, fans and shit like that. And you never fucking had that back in the day. No. But no, we're all just buddies. Oh yeah, it's my buddy, blah blah blah. And it's just like, and they're basically what happened was they were put on the same level as a worker.
The world
there's a
has
hierarchy.
changed.
Yes. Did you hear that, Rob? Hierarchy.
But the world has changed. Back in, Bruiser Brody versus Ray Stevens, the heel was encouraged to punch a fan in the face. You can't do that kind of shit anymore.
I'll still punch a fan in the face. I give a fuck. Encouraged or not.
I'm just saying. The days of that where a wrestler was willing to go to jail for the night. Those days are done. They're all a bunch of prima donnas now. They're not game for that.
No. It's just a different era now. It's just what it is.
Like DeMarco told me a story once about Nick Bockwinkel and Ray Stevens, where they snuck over to this mutual friend's house so they could just sit inside, draw the shades, and they could drink all night. And that's what they were doing. Then they hear a woman outside screaming. They peeked through the window and saw some dude like choking this woman. And they both ran over there and threw a beating on this guy. And the promoter fined and suspended them because the media got a hold of that. And you said, you fucked up kayfabe for us.
Wow.
Yeah. Those days just don't seem to roll like that anymore. I don't know.
Oh, it's like going to a magic show where I don't give a fuck how I like David Copperfield's act. I don't want to know his tricks, how he does the act.
Yeah.
It's magic is on.
You're gonna fuck it up for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan. I don't want to know just as much as the work in the ring. Oh yeah, they're doing it because of this and blah blah. That's no fun. A fan should be a fan. Go watch a show and be in fantasy land. That's the way it should be.
If I could sit there and call spots from the outside,
yeah.
Why am I on the outside? I want to sit and watch and eat popcorn and kick back with whoever I fucking showed up with and bullshit and yell at the heel and cheer on the face. I want to be a part of it. I don't want to know it.
Yeah.
And you remember Ref Ron?
Yeah.
So, you remember him? You remember his mother? Boy, how she would fucking go old school on all the heels. Man, I love that woman. She was so. one day we're walking out the back, and I'm with Ron, and she goes, "Hey, what the fuck was all that about?" And I was like, "Oh, that's what I do. That's my job because you don't do it to me." I was like, "Oh, okay, all right."
She's old school.
She was awesome.
Whenever I would get yelled at about the way I treated someone or talked to someone, it's like night and day. Fuck the person who I am. It's back to heel. They're getting a heel response. If you want to know why I did it, because I fucking wanted to. That's why.
Because
why
I
are
can.
you asking me what I want to do or why I did it? I did it because I wanted to. If you wanted to continue, keep asking questions, stupid. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
automatic.
100%.
It should always be automatic. And the wrestlers today want to pander and they want the fans to like them.
Yeah.
So much that they don't want to be hated.
It's so much better to be hated.
Hate me.
Yeah.
I don't care. That's what I'm here for.
I loved it. I thought it was great. I played it even outside the ring. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This chick at one of Will Loudon's shows, sitting in the front row, as Chris was walking by doing his gimmick, she spit on him. And she's holding this tray of fresh, hot nachos. And he looked at her and put his hand underneath her hand and pushed that son of a bitch right up in her face. I was pissing myself. I was laughing so hard.
Cheese is everywhere and shit. Chips are all broken.
And I ended up getting tag teamed with Cooley that night to wrestle Chris in Payback. That's a guy that I miss a lot. But I come out. We're supposed to be the big babies. And I walk by this chick. I go, "Hey, how are those nachos?" She's like, "Fuck you, Wiles." Yeah. Not even on your best day, honey.
No, not at all.
Skeezer.
But
she was a classic rat. Just a nasty little thing.
But you had to work harder. I mean, even KFA was kind of dying then, but you had to work fucking extra hard to fucking keep it going. And we tried. I mean, we tried to do as much as possible, but a lot of people didn't help it. A lot of the workers out there.
Yeah, but you can't control others. You can only control yourself. I mean, every time me and you worked each other, sure, we would ride in together, but before the venue, I'd get out. Go. I'll just walk in. It's only a couple blocks. And that's so the fans didn't see us ride in together and then wrestle each other that night. What sense does that make?
Yeah.
You know, I always say that, people go, "Oh, wrestling fans are stupid. They're uneducated." I say, no, they're not. They are regular people who pay their money and they turn their intellect off, like going to the movies and say, "Tell me a story." And if you insult their intelligence and you lose them, you are never getting them back. Not the next show, not 5 shows later. You're done. You're burned in that area. So like me and Chris rolling up together in that convertible you had, jumping out and walking in together, and then we're fighting each other that night, they're not going to even watch it a little bit.
No. They come for a story and they want the story to be.
They want that story.
They don't want to see like, oh, wow, why are they running together? No, they want to see that story before the show and after the show. Yeah. It has to continue until you get back to your room.
Because that's what kayfabe means. Keep it real.
Yeah.
It sucks. It died. And guys like you, Sim, I'm glad you're trying to keep it alive as much as possible. I mean, I think it's great.
It's as much as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we're all going to do some good business together out in Florida. It's going to be good times. 100%. So I think we should probably take it home with that there, fellas. Don't want to piss anybody off on our last day at this network and leave a bad taste. Go ahead. You got something shitty to say. I can see it. Go ahead.
I love the dark, man. It's great.
He's got his fucking chin up. Like Sergeant Slaughter.
Getting dark here. It's all good.
All right, fellas, that's going to do it for us. Wrestleshoot, the last edition we're doing here on the All Sports All Plays. Again, guys, management here, thanks for having us.
Most
it was
definitely.
great.
Thank you.
It's nothing personal, like at all. Well, I mean, I would probably take it a little bit personally. Like, why are X amount of people, whatever, jumping ship from us to go with him? And that would just upset you as a businessman. So, yeah, I just want to keep, reaffirming that it's not that they did bad business with us. It's just, see you.
Yep. I'm sure
Sorry,
they know.
guys. All right, Chris, any last closing words of genius?
Be classy and thank you for stopping by.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Ron Burgundy. But most of all, stay classy. Ron Burgundy.
I wouldn't say that. I would never say that. All right. I'm not gonna end our last show here with a bunch of F-bombs. So
Fucking
on that,
kayfabe is real.
keep it real, goddammit. Keep it real. Like, wrestlers should be drummed down lower on the card when they break kayfabe. Like, you're lucky you're even on this card. You're on Ring Crew now.
That's right.
All right. We're out of here, guys. Nate the Great, take us home, baby.
Congratulations! You have found Wrestleshoot, hosted by the Wild Thing Rob Wilds and the ladies' man Chris Casanova. Combined, we have 40 years of wrestling experience, and we're here to share those experiences, stories, and knowledge with you over the podcast airwaves. We'll be joined by friends of ours from time to time to share their stories and experiences with you as well. So climb aboard the crazy train we call Wrestleshoot. We know how to do it, and we do it real well.